Welcome to another video in Google Cloud series. In the previous video, we created Docker images and ran them locally. In this video, we will see how to publish and store Docker images in a Docker image registry. A Docker image registry is a place where Docker images are stored so that they can be pulled and run by services like Cloud Run or virtual machines. Here are some best available options for Docker image registry. First one is Artifact Registry, best native option for Google Cloud. Another option is Container Registry in Google Cloud. It is legacy and deprecated, still works but not recommended. Another one is Docker Hub. It is outside GCP. It is the largest public Docker registry. Another option, GitHub Container Registry, Docker Image Registry provided by GitHub. It is also outside GCP. So in this video, we are going to explore Artifact Registry. So here are the steps to use Artifact Registry. First, we need to create a Docker repository, then set up authentication to push and pull images from the repository. And then we'll try to push an image to repository, and then we'll try to pull and run an image from the repository. So here is the predefined format to communicate with repository. First, we need to provide regional repository name. For example, what region our repository is. It may be US Central or US East. And then dash docker.pkg.dev. This one is fixed. And then /, we need to pass our project ID, / our newly created repository name, and finally the image name. The format we need to use to communicate with the Docker repository. Let's see how we can use them in real example. Alright, I'm already inside my Google Cloud console. If you don't know how to create a free account, please check my previous video. Here I'm using demo project. Let's first create a Docker repository inside Artifact Registry. So first click navigation menu. So all the products are not showing up here. So click view all products. So under categories, click CI/CD. And under CI/CD, here we have Artifact Registry. So once we are in Artifact Registry, right now we don't have any repository created here. So let's create a new repository here. So first we need to give a name. So let's say demo repository. Format Docker. Let's use standard mode, and the location type is region. We need to select a region. For my case, it's a North America - Northeast to Toronto. And we can put a description. It's an optional. Maybe demo repository. And encryption method by default Google managed. Let's keep it. But if you want, you can always choose customer managed keys. Let's keep the default one. Tags, dry run, and finally hit create. It might take some time, so I'll be back once it is created. So it's pretty quick. Repository created, and we can see here is our repository. It's called demo repository, and it's a Docker format, standard type, and the location, our region is North America Northeast 2. So next step is to set up authentication to this repository. Open Cloud Shell and run the command. So the command is gcloud auth configure docker, and the first part is our region and this part is fixed -docker-pkg.dev. So let's run the command. The command updates your Docker configuration. You can now connect to Artifact Registry in your Google Cloud project to push and pull images. Let's clear the screen. So let's go to our test my app folder. So we have two files here. So I'm going to use these same files to build an image and send it to the repository. Google Cloud build submit, and then we are creating a tag, and that's the tag format. We already discussed about that. So let's create. So after tags, so the first part is the region. So our repository region is North America, Northeast 2. We've already created our repository under this region. So we need to pass that region. Then docker.pkg.dev is fixed. And then project ID we need to use. Project ID is this one, or alternatively you can check, click project, and here you can find your project ID, upbeat, math. This one is my project ID. And same thing is in here. So I'm going to copy this one and replace project ID. And then our Docker repository name we need to pass. So the repository name is demo repository. And finally the image name. So let's keep node app, and the tag is version 1.0. Let's run. So it may take a little bit of time. Well, so it's completed, and the image is created and status is success. Now let's go back to our repository and check new image. Yeah, we can see just now one new image uploaded here, and if we go inside, and we can see the tag is version 1.0 and the size is 53 MB. And if we go inside, those are the basic information, what is about, what time it is created. And in the pull section we are getting some command reference how to authenticate and download the repository into our local pull command. So let's now download this image into our local. Copy, and then let's go back to our cloud shell. Yeah, so let's check if we have any existing images. So right now we don't have any images in our local. Paste the command. The command is docker pull our repository file path, finally the image names. So let's run the command. Okay, so download completed. Let's check if we have images. So right now we downloaded the image from Docker repository into our local. Let's run the image in our local. So the command is docker run port, let's say it is 4000 port, and container port is 80. It will run detach mode, and finally our image name. That image is running right now. So let's try access the container. So our port is 4000, and we can see the application is running fine. So one more thing I would like to show you, if we go to our cloud storage, and if we check buckets. So when we create any Docker repository, by default, Google Cloud manage some internal buckets here. Google Cloud internally created that bucket, and inside that bucket all the images. So you can see one image, only it is storing some sort of files here, so that those are managed internally. So we haven't created that, so Google actually created that. So all right, that's all for today, and thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more contents like this. I really appreciate your support.